In this video, I'll be sharing with you a requested tutorial on how to draft this backless halter neck basque dress with gathers. So if this is something you like, kindly hit on the subscribe button. So for this pattern, you start with your shoulder to bust, shoulder to under bust, shoulder to waist, and then marks 6 inches to get your basque length. So after you're done marking, you're going to place your tape and mark your shoulder divided by 2. Now from that point, come down by 1 inch. Mark a basic neckline of 3 inches. So after you're done marking that, you're going to connect it to the 1 inch at the shoulder slope. Then after you're done marking at this point, you're going to find the chest line. To get your chest line is your bust circumference divided by 6 plus 1.5 inches. Whatever you have, you mark a straight line there. Now place your tape and mark your shoulder divided by 2. Then after marking, go ahead to place your ruler to connect. After you're done connecting at this point, the next step is to go ahead to divide your shoulder into 2 equal parts. Then mark the midpoint. From that midpoint, you come out by ½ inch. Place your tape at the chest line and mark your bust measurement divided by 4. Now after you're done marking at that point, place from the midpoint of your armhole all the way to the shoulder. Then from the midpoint to your bust measurement divided by 4. After you're done marking at that point, for this pattern, you notice what we have is like a dartless pattern. The dress is like a dartless pattern, but I'll be using a dart which I'll be closing up. Now, mark out a basic neckline of 3 by 3 inches. After you're done marking that at this point, go ahead to outline. I'll outline my pattern so that it will be very visible for you to see. Now, go ahead to place your tape. Now, you're going to mark your nipple to nipple divided by 2. My nipple to nipple is 7 inches divided by 2, which will give me 3.5. Now, you're going to take this measurement all the way down and you're going to place your ruler to connect this right all the way to the blouse length. Now, after marking at this point, the next step is to mark your dart. I'll mark ½ inch on both sides and then ½ inch on the other side. Then I'll come down by 1 inch here. Then after coming down by 1 inch, I'm going to go ahead to place my ruler to connect. And after I'm done connecting, I will also connect that ½ inch to the other side of the 1 inch dart I came down from the bust. Now for my dart, I'm going to be using a straight dart, which is ½ inch here, ½ inch here again. This is because I want to blend out my dart and I'll take this straight up, meeting the waistline. I'll also go ahead to repeat this at the other side of this pattern. Now, after I'm done marking this out, I'll use my marker to outline what I have here. So I'll start inserting my measurements. I'll mark the bust circumference divided by 4. Then I'll also add just 1 inch for stitching up allowance. Now you can make use of any sewing allowance of your choice, depending on the type of fabric you're using. If you're making this with a fabric that is not transparent, you can just use 1 inch. And use bias to turn the necessary parts. Mark your under bust measurement divided by 4. Then you're going to add your sewing allowance. Now, this little dart intake that you have here, because we are going to blend in our dart, you're going to measure it and then place it on the other side. Now, the next step is you're going to mark the waist measurement divided by 4. Measure this dart intake and then you go ahead to replace it, then add your sewing allowance. So the next step you're going to take is to mark your hip measurement on that 6 inches basque length. Then after marking that, you go ahead to pick this dart intake you have here, replace it and also add your sewing allowance. Right now, after you're done doing that, you want to go ahead to connect your pattern. Then I'll go ahead to place my ruler, connect this all the way up. Then I'll connect it to the waistline. And after connecting to the waistline, I'll connect it back to the basque length at the lower part of my dress. So next is to mark your bust dart. To get your bust dart is the difference between your shoulder to waist in front and your shoulder to waist at the back. My shoulder to waist in front is 17, while my shoulder to waist at the back is 15 and a half. If you take out 15 and a half from 17, you will have 1.5. That is how to get your bust dart. Then you connect it to your nipple points and mark this way. What I'll do next is to go ahead to blend out these darts, right? Then I'll blend it by the side, use tape to hold it down. Now after using my tape to hold it down, this is what I have here. Just like I said, for this dress, it was cut on a dartless pattern. Or you can add your dart and then go ahead to blend it out, right? So if I blend it out, this is what I have. Now you can now go ahead to draw out the neckline and the basque of the lower part, or you can sew out your dart if you like, or if you want to. So to draw out the basque area, I'll use this tape to hold the basque together first. So after I'm done holding this down, from this waistline, I'm going to come in. I'm going to come in a bit and I'm going to connect it all the way to the basque length. So note how I'm connecting the basque of this dress, right? So this is what it looks like. Now, the next step is to work on the upper part of this dress. But before then, I'll just go ahead to outline my pattern. So I'll just open up my dart again, just in case you want to sew your own dart. You can just open it up and sew it, right? So now let's work on the upper part of this dress. From the neckline of this dress, I will be coming down by 1 inch from the neckline here. Now you're going to connect this towards the lower part. So I'm trying to get the design we have here. Now after connecting, you notice that towards that side is a bit high up. So what I'll do is to come up by ½ inch from the armhole. But first of all, I'm going to connect this down this way. So you can see me going up by ½ inch here and I'll connect. So it doesn't really affect the armhole area because this is a backless dress. If you don't want your dress to gape by the side, just like we have seen in the video, come in by 2 inches directly from your armhole, then mark 0.3 inches at both sides. Then you're going to go ahead to blend this out. You're going to connect the dart, then you blend it out. Now, if you blend this dart out, you will notice that you have a curved effect towards the side of your dress. You have to straighten it. You have to straighten up that part, then minus it from the side. But if that will take you a lot of time, I will show you another way to tighten your armhole. Now, by the side, if you added extra 1 inch for sewing allowance, when you're shaping, instead of shaping out that 1 inch, you come in by 1.5 inches. That is dragging part of the neckline area towards the armhole to tighten it. That will also remove any gaping that you have towards that side. So after this, I'll measure what I have here, which is about 3.5. So I'll be using that as a guide to cut out the collar. Then I'll go ahead to cut this out. If you have any questions so far, please kindly go ahead to ask. Now I'll blend this down and this is what we have. Now let's cut out the neckline area. So remember we measured what we have here, and this is a straight strip of fabric that I have here. That 3.5 inches neckline, you place it, divide it by 2 and mark, right? That is that 3.5, you mark it here and also mark the midpoint. From that point now at the end, you mark ½ inch, then connect it to the center point this way and blend it out. Now mark the height of what you want. I'm using 2 inches for this neckline. So you're going to mark this all the way straight down to the length that you're using. Remember at the back it is backless, right? So I'll just go ahead to now connect all these lines all the way straight down. Then I will connect it all the way down. After connecting it, you want to go ahead to cut this out. Now after cutting this out, you're going to cut out this part now. Then you now see you have a curve will fit in to this neckline. So you just go ahead to join it and then tie the rest of the back neckline. Let's cut out the back part of this dress. For this part, I've gone ahead to mark out the basic measurement, which is the zipper, the shoulder divided by 2. Also found the chest line just like we did for that of the front. The only difference from the front pattern and the back is that we have a shoulder to bust and waistline, and the waistline at the back is shorter. There's no basque at the back, right? Now for this back, I'll be drafting it in form of a dartless pattern to avoid going through the stress of blending out your pattern. Now mark your bust measurement divided by 4, then add your sewing allowance. Then at the waistline, mark your waist measurement divided by 4, add your sewing allowance. After you're done marking that, all you have to do is to connect from the bust all the way to the waistline, or from the waistline to the bust. Now remember that we added ½ inch extra at the armhole, so do that also. Now from this zipper, come down by ½ inch. This is to avoid your zipper from popping up at the center of your dress. Now go ahead to connect this. After connecting, I'm going to go ahead to outline. Now the next step you're going to take is to go ahead to come in by ½ inch. This is to get rid of the zipper bulge, and then you connect. Then after you're done connecting, you will cut this out. After cutting this out, we are going to cut the lower part of this dress. I'll explain it rather. Now the first step you need to take is to determine the length of your dress. Now to determine the length of your dress, you need your shoulder to waist. Then from your waistline, you need to note where you want the dress to stop by the side. That is from your shoulder all the way right to the end of your dress by the side. Now when you get that measurement, let's say your gown length is 37. Now this 37 that you have gotten, you minus your shoulder to waist measurement from it. My shoulder to waist in front is 17 inches. Now if I take out 17 inches from 37, what I will have left is 20 inches. Now for the lower part of my dress, I'll be cutting 20 inches by 4 yards to get this fuller effect. Now remember, this front basque is not actually included, because if you notice, the basque only affected the front part of this dress to make it slightly longer. So what you'll be considering is your shoulder to waist, and then from that your side measurement all the way to the gown length. Now that 20 by 4 yards we got, you will not be cutting exactly 20 inches. You will add extra 1.5 inches to it, ½ inch for joining at the upper part, then 1 inch for folding the hemline. So you have 21.5 inches by 4 yards. That is my own measurement. So you need to get your shoulder to waist and the full length, and then minus yours. And after getting that, you will now draw like a gather stitch and then attach it to the waistline of the dress, following the basque shape.